We're an international festival. It's not just Maine films. This year we have 58 films. 13 of them are connected to Maine, and the other 45 are from other parts of the country or the world.
You obviously had to adapt this year because you can't get a large number of people into a theater or even outdoors or whatever. You are having an outdoor showing, but it's already sold out. So people can still watch virtually. How does that work? People want to see these films. What do they do?
Yeah. So we had large venues, State Theater, Big Grass on the Eastern Prom, Aura booked. And then March 13th, we've been running about 5 different parallel business plans to see how things would shape up. We partnered with Thompson's Point and the city and the Friends of the Eastern Prom to do those screenings that you mentioned are sold out. So we're doing 7 of those. There's actually a chance we might add an 8th one, but that'll be on our website if we do add that 8th one. But people can enjoy them online. We have a virtual gold pass, which is basically you can watch all 12 hours of content. Every morning of the scheduled screening, virtual gold pass holders will receive an email with the link to the secret page where they can watch that night's films. And you have access to those through the end of the festival. So you don't have to watch it the night it screens. That's just when access begins. And then you have till August 9th to watch them.
You've got dozens of films that you're showing this year, and obviously they cover a broad range of topics and approaches and so forth. Is there anything that really connects them aside from the outdoors?
Well, I think what's great about people who recreate in the outdoors is they appreciate the outdoors and they want to be able for their children to appreciate it, to enjoy it. So I think the enjoyment and the conservation kind of go hand in hand. And I mean, and that's one of our beneficiary is Teens to Trails, which works with Maine high school youth and connecting them to the outdoors at a young age. And that's just right. That ethos is exactly what we're trying to do with a lot of our work and a lot of the film work as well. So 2 films that I think do a really nice job about that this year are Recycled to Ride, which is a film by Anna Burns from Falmouth.
Driving around, looking around, seeing cups littering the streets and Dunkin' Donuts on every corner, I just kind of went all in and said, I need to come up with 1,000 cups to build a board.
And that features a gentleman who makes surfboards out of trash and rides them and gets great waves.
I decided I wanted to try to raise awareness of that problem and tackle building a board out of lobster buoys.
And then we also have a film by a local filmmaker, Benjamin Keller. It's called For Beer's Sake. And obviously the beer scene in Maine is awesome, but every beer needs good water.
We have this incredible abundance of surface water. We don't have to think about it when we turn on the tap. It just comes out. There it is. We know it's safe to drink. We know it tastes good. And the reality is that might not always be the case.
So he's made this film through the eyes of local brewers, talking about how the Sebago Lake watershed needs to be preserved before it gets dirty and we have to take reactive measures. Let's take care of this before it gets to that point. So they're both really great films connecting those 2 themes.
So if the forest cover in the watershed decreases by another 10%, that's where we'll start seeing effects on the water quality.
You've been doing this film festival for a while now. How have the entries changed? I assume that you get more each year. Is that the case? And is the quality pretty much getting better every year?
Yeah, we do get more each year. And you know, what's interesting, the quality goes up, but filmmakers are artists and artists are witnesses. And so every year we see a little bit more about what's going on in the world in our films. Some of them certainly are just a have fun trip report, whatever. But we see a lot this year on things that, you know, you see in the news, you know, you see about climate change, you'll see about social equity in the outdoors. So, you know, it really warms our heart to be able to be a venue for this type of thinking and this type of activism, really, but also through storytelling, which, you know, when you can put away all the tweets and all that sort of thing and just immerse yourself in a nice story, I think it's a much more lasting impression.
The Maine Outdoor Film